Good morning from Bandra Bandstand. Welcome to the world of mass. Everywhere you go, people are wearing face shield, masks. On my part, I buy a lot of masks, the cloth masks, and I distribute it to deserving people. Well, there are some people that don't really want to wear masks. They will never wear masks. And if you tell them anything, they have just one answer: Allah Malik है. Allah तो मालिक है ही, लेकिन आप भी तो अपनी ज़िंदगी के मालिक हो. अगर आप, if you don't take care of yourself, you don't wear a mask, you don't keep social distancing, then what do you expect? I'm very saddened. I tell you, this is something that happened yesterday. Near my house, where I stay, there is a cottage. This cottage is situated right on the garbage dump, which I've been shooting for the last couple of years. I've shot about 250 videos. This is a very bad, and I now have given it a name. It's called coronavirus. This garbage dump is where this cottage is situated. It belongs to the BMC, but it has been given to the police officer. The officer's name was Anil Kamble. Very good man, young guy, must have been in his 50s, early 50s or something. He has children who are very close to me. I always meet them. His wife has a lot of respect for me. The reason being that her father used to work for MKD Films, Manmohan Desai's film, and I have done a lot of work for Ketan Desai. I have done a lot of work for Manmohan Desai Saab. I did a lot of stuff for Ganga Jamuna Saraswati. So her father was the dress man there, and that is why we connected.
Nice. Matches your outfit also.
Yeah. So that is why we connected. Yesterday, somebody called me up and said that there is a cottage near your house and somebody has died out there. A few days back, just in front of the cottage, in a building on the ground floor, a guy died. Nobody knew about it. They say he had a heart attack. His name was Shakil Bhai. He was Nasir's brother. And just across my house, on the other side, one lady died. She had coronavirus. Another man died. So there has been a string of deaths in my area. But anyway, when this guy told me that this officer had died, I did not believe it. Later in the evening, my wife was going for a walk and she called me up and she said, "Look, I think there is some tragedy has happened." So I came down and I realized that the officer was dead. He died in the morning. He had a heart attack. They had taken him to Holy Family Hospital, and after that they took him to the police hospital at Vakola. His wife was in the house. She was crying. I didn't go inside, but I did meet one relative. I spoke to the relative, offered my condolences. And the irony of this entire thing is that this officer had met me a few days back because we buy newspaper from a guy called Ramesh near Kailash, near Kalidas. And we had spoken, and he's told me that he was doing well and all those things. And then all of a sudden this is happened. So life, there's no guarantee on it. You may do all your social distancing, you may do everything. But if you have a heart problem like me, or if you have a kidney problem like me, or you are a diabetes, then the chances are very slim. Hospitals, you have read everything in the newspaper. The only problem is that the people that should read that news, nobody reads it. The people in power, they don't realize the harm the private hospitals are doing. In another way, the private hospitals also, their OPD is stopped. But that doesn't mean you fleece people. And then again, it brings me to another thing. It's not just private hospitals. Shops in Bandra Bazaar Road, most of them, not all of them, most of them, the provision stores, the vegetable stores are the worst. Hawkers these are. And it's a total illegal market. Bandra Bazaar Road is a hawker's illegal market. Nothing is done to relocate them to some place. I mean, I have nothing against them. I know most of them. Or a lot of them belong to Bajrang Dal. I have nothing against that also. Because I don't think anybody can be as much a Hindu as I am. But some of these vegetable hawkers, they hate Muslims. And it is a venomous hate. It's not a normal hate. And they know I'm a Muslim. I have had issues with two. And I told the guy who belongs to Vishwa Hindu Parishad, and I told Mr. Ashish Shelar, my MLA, about these incidents, not one or two, quite a few incidents of the vegetable hawkers abusing me in spite of my seniority. I am not a saint, but I'm not a sinner at all. So these are things. I don't know why people hate Muslims. I mean, I have never in my life hated a Hindu, because I tell you one more thing. I was a victim of the 93 Hindu-Muslim riots. I've seen life. My granddaughter, people had come with swords to attack a house at Khardanpada. But we came out of it. And today, believe me, I have nothing. Today, if you really go to see, I'm promoting Hindu-Muslim amity. And all my pictures that I shoot or everything, photography is not my source of income at all, not even my second source of income. I've never made money, but I wish I could have made money, because now is the time. My business is totally wiped out. But I don't mind about that. What I would like to do is, if I get some money this way, there are friends helping me. I buy masks, I buy food stuff for poor. And there are a lot of poor people who were poor but have now literally become beggars, because their wives used to work as maids in our area. They work as stop, because gated societies don't allow them at all. Their husbands used to work as rickshaw drivers or whatever, odd men, The biggest problem of lockdown is a hasty lockdown, unplanned lockdown, without any thinking, but you know what? They don't even know the meaning of essential. Essential is not just food. Essential is a computer. You ask us to work at home and the computer conks off. Essential is a mobile phone. There's no technician. I'm talking before this unlock. What happens if your fridge gets conked off, or your AC gets conked off, or the electric goes off? So all these things put together, and the government still does not know what is essential. This is what makes me laugh, You will not believe it. You will not believe it. During Ramzan, this was the worst Ramzan. The beggars had all disappeared. Most of them are migrant beggars. I know all of them, because I've been documenting beggars for the last 25 years, They had all gone. But I saw new faces. And I spoke to them. And they were from the neighboring slums. And they told me, they said, they don't know my name, but they told me, Bhaijan, ye hai, कि अब कुछ काम नहीं कर सकते हैं बच्चे. और आप एक बात बताइए ना, कि people were giving them ration, but if there is a household which is a joint family, what do they do? If you give them food stuff even. But in this case, I would like to tell you, there were a couple of people that really helped the poor without taking any credit for it. First, Ashish Shelar Saab, MLA, who stays in my building. He was helping a lot of people, and he's still helping them. And he is the only politician in Bandra who does not use the Muslim Hindu card or Dalit Christian card, nothing. He's a very straightforward man. I'm very fond of him, because his mother, I used to call her Ai. Ai means mother. And when she died, I fainted, because she was such a loving person. She used to come to my house. Whenever my grandchildren were sick, she would come, Dawa chahiye, Firoz Bhai, and she used to call me Bhai. So I have never forgotten her. The second person that really helped the poor in our community and among other people was Mr. Khalid Qureshi. He really helped a lot of people. Then there's Zayed Khan. Zayed Khan is a gem of a human being. His mother always tells me to pray for him. And I tell his mother, I said, all my prayers will fail. She says, no, you go to so many dargahs, and if you pray for Zayed's health and everything. I said, at the dargah, nothing is going to happen. I said, you are the dargah. The mother's prayer is the greatest prayer. What Zayed Bhai has got and what Zayed Bhai will get is only because of his mother. I don't have a mother, I don't have a father. So I searched for a mother and father through my gurus. I've been lucky. I had a Naga Sadhu guru who used to recite the Quran, who was a scholar of Islam, and he was a tantric also. And I was his only Muslim disciple. He was from Juna Akhada, Tiramadi, Shri Vijayagiri Maharaj. Whatever I am today is all because of his grooming and his. Then I have an Aghori Guru. I've been documenting him for last 4 years. His Manikandan, Shri Manikandan from Trichy. He has been a great guy. And that he has allowed me to shoot them. The rituals and everything means a lot. And he told me, he said, you're not a Muslim or a Sufi. You're also part of Sanatan Dharma. This is what he told me. And I am really grateful to him. And all my life, I shouldn't be saying this. All my life, I have had gurus that have been predominantly Hindus. My best friends are Hindus. I hardly have any guru. Otherwise, among the Sufis, I am a Khalifa. I am a Madari. And my guru is, or Pir Sahib is Sayyid Masum Ali Baba Askan Madari. I'm connected to Makhanpur. I'm a Shia Muslim. But I have tasted the nectar of all the religions, all the faith. And any religion that says this religion is bad or that religion is bad is not a religion I would believe in. I'm not into congregational religion at all. I shoot Muharram. Last 2 or 3 years I have not been able to do it because of my health. I had a heart attack in December. I had a gallbladder operation in November. And when I had an attack, believe me, it was just like the COVID. The symptoms were almost similar. This is in November. I was put on a ventilator, but I am alive. And there's another thing I'd like to tell you. I walk here at Bandstand. And the first person that I greet is Mr. Salim Khan Sahib. One day it so happened a few months back. I've started walking after 3 or 4 months. You won't believe it. I was near the Khoja Florist where there is an island that has I Love Bandra. And all of a sudden, before even I could take any reaction, a car came and banged into me. He was just 3 inches away from me, and he put the brakes on, and I was saved. Otherwise, I've given her. I've given both of them. I gave her both of them. No, this was Mr. Roy Fonseca asking me to give a mask to that wild orchid's mother. I have already given it to them, but I think I will still give it to them again. So anyway, coming back, this car guy was an old man, 75 years old. It was a black car and his wife. I didn't even take a picture. I went up to him. I said, sir, didn't you see me? And he said, no, I didn't see you. I said, then you should wear glasses, because I myself can't see, because after my operation I lost my eyesight. I've got a diminishing eyesight and I'm wearing progressive glasses. I hate them, but I have to wear it because now I can't see distant. So this is my life. After this incident got over, I started crying. And the reason why I was crying was not because I was saved by God or whatever. I was crying because I don't know what other test God has for me. This one test I passed. And every night when I go to sleep, when I get up in the morning, I pray for all of you, believe me, all of you. I pray for my children, I pray for my brothers, my sisters, my relatives. I pray for my gurus, I pray for my friends. And when I say friends, I also pray for my enemies. I pray for my enemies that God saves them so they have time enough to change themselves. A producer owes me a lot of money. He's going through very bad times. He has never done this before. It's been 2 years now. And it's a big amount, it's a huge amount. I sent him my Doppler test, but I think he's going through a bad time. He could not help me. He does not talk to me. He does not answer my thing. I speak to his accountant, but I pray for him. I pray for this producer and this director so that he comes out of his hell. Because once he comes out of it, there are more people like me working for him that are going through a bad phase. And I'm sure he will help them because he's a very good man. He's a very, very good man. I've been working with him for many years now. He's never done this before, and this was a huge setback for him. And this is it. So we have to learn to forgive, The biggest part of living is forgiving. This is the only thing. I'm a Mughal Pathan. I get angry very fast. I am hot-tempered. But I'm trying to cool myself down. I'm trying to, not being a good father. I'm not a good husband either. I'm a romantic. But I'm not an escapist. I'm not an escapist. I live with the Naga sadhus. I live with the Aghoris. I live with Tantrics. I have a Hijra guru. I should say transgender. She is Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi, Mahamandleshwar. She has a lot of respect for me because we met many, many years back. And she has visited my house, met my wife, met my children. And she has really been good to me. I'm connected to the Kinara Khada. Because when they started off in Ujjain 2016, I visited them. I visited Lakshmi ji. And then after that, I have been again more connected to Kinara Khada because Mata Bhavani, she's from Ujjain, she's a Mahamandleshwar. And Gayatri ji, Mahamandleshwar of Kamakya. I have been very close to them. And I must tell you now that the Kinar and the Aghoris are very, very close, spiritually also. So I have been lucky, I have been documenting Hinduism. I am the only guy who is documenting an esoteric group of Sufis which nobody knows about. These are known as snake cult Sufis. They look like Madaris, but they always carry a snake with them. They have a cobra with them, or they will have an emblem of a snake. And what happened was, how I discovered them is amazing. I was climbing Haji Malag, and it's a huge climb, and I have diabetes, as I told you. So I could not carry my bag, and I was with my American friend Glenn Losack, Dr. Glenn Losack from Brooklyn. He was coming, he was the first American to climb up Haji Malag along with me. And while I was climbing, I was resting, and I would tell Glenn, you carry on. And then all of a sudden, you won't believe it, a guy came up to me and took my bag and said, I'll carry it for you. And we started walking. He said, show me your hand. So I showed him my hand. This is my hand. And this is the shape of my hand. This is natural. It cannot. I had an accident. I do Kamamatam. I cut my head with a sword. And what happened was that somebody tried to grab the sword from my hand. And he cut my tendon. And this is my hand. Just see the shape of my hand. I'm not doing anything. And this could have been operated and I could have got, but I was scared. I had diabetes. I thought if I get it operated, I don't have the money also. Even now, I don't have money for my angiography because my daughter gave me 24,000 and it's been entirely used during this period. Because now my business as a fashion stylist is totally wiped out, absolutely wiped out. Last 3 months there has been no work. Somehow I managed to send all my workers to their native place. If they come back, fine. My master is still there. And I don't know, today I have talked a lot to you all. I could have made this into a live video, but not too net savvy about it. I use IGTV. I don't use Vimeo. I don't use TikTok. I could never be a TikTok user. Once upon a time, I never used Instagram. I found it too juvenile. But today, I think Instagram has more meaning than Flickr also. I'm on Flickr since I'm a Flickr pro. And even paying the steep charges, my friends, my son helps me. Otherwise, it's not possible. So wish you all, I talked a lot. I didn't remove my mask. And this mask is given by Mrs. Ray Fonseca, Penny. She has somebody who's making these masks. And I liked it because she has given to Mr. Salim Khan too. And these are really nice masks. They're not the ones that I wear. I don't like N95 masks. But this is it. And they match with my garments or my Shaolin Sufi gowns. I wish you all a great morning. I wish you all to be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of the poor, the needy. Help them as much as you can because they are the ones that, if you really want to find God, He's not in a dargah, He's not believe me, He's not anywhere but in the hearts of the poor. You help a poor and God lives there. This is what I believe. And this is what I call interfaith. Whatever your personal religion is, I'm a Shia Muslim, whatever, but I follow my heart. No greater Imam Bada than my heart. Because the love of Imam Hussain, the love of Imam Ali, And all the Alibath is in that heart of mine. At the same time, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, Vaheguru, Shiva, Ram, Lakshman, Sita. I mean, there isn't Kalima. I have been documenting Kalima. I've been documenting Khamakya. And Khamakya, I must, now the last thing I should tell you, that last year also, Khamakya, I was called. And a Hindu gentleman paid for my ticket, for my boarding, my lodging. And the reason he did it, he says, you are doing a great thing. You're joining hearts. And I was really broke. So he took care of me. And that is Mr. Ashok Savlani from Malad. Thank you, friends. All the best to you all.